Thank you. Thank you everyone. Good morning all. First I must thank the company of the event, Lakshmi Madam. Morning programs were all very wonderful, starting with Ganesh Vandana and also the 3 dance programs. For 5 minutes performance on the stage, these girls would have done how many hours of training at morning? I asked one girl, she said, I have been practicing for 12 years. So friends, this is a message for all of us that for some performance, it will not happen over one day effort. It will need persistent, long-standing effort to perform and get clapping of the entire hall here. My colleagues on the dais, National Federation, All India President Dr. Vinay Babu, Secretary General D.V.Y, Zonal President Muniraju, General Secretary Sivaprasad, Divisional leaders, and all colleagues from all the branches, divisions of North, South, Central Zone. A hearty welcome to you all. I feel privileged to get this opportunity to stand here and address all of you. It's a very rare opportunity to address almost 1,000 development officers of our zone, almost 25% of the entire population. Every branch is visited, I am told. So that's a good way to reach my message to almost 100% of development officers across the state. Friends, this year I just began. We are almost 1.5 months into the year, and you all would have seen the theme for the year: empower, energize, expand. How to empower us and our people down the line. That is one message, the first message I want to take most seriously. Many a times we feel that we don't have any power to make a change. But all of you sitting here are leaders in your own right. And if you bring the change within your area of influence, the ripple effect of that change will move mountains. One Maji alone made way through a mountain, and with it, if every one of us becomes a Maji, no mountain can ever live in our life. Friends, last year will be remembered for 24 watershed events. The first one was, of course, the product changes. Till September, all officers of the corporation, all branches, divisions, zone, as well as all India, the performance has been exemplary. And we all were very confident that the end of the year will be a high point where we will achieve all our targets. But one event of product changes, and it had not come as a surprise. We all were anticipating these changes for about 6 months. But still we were poorly prepared to face the challenges brought by those changes. And consequently, our second half was similarly poor as first half was extraordinarily performing. And the end of the year, we failed to reach our targets on most of the pillars. Out of 7 pillars, our zone will achieve 1 pillar only, that is G&U. We could show growth on 5 pillars, but 2 major pillars, NOP and non-single premium, we were minus. NOP was minus to the extent of 13%, while non-single premium was also minus by about 4%. That was first change. Second,
very important event of last year. No, for its three battles. I believe 9 December was beginning of a new battle for LIC, within LIC, outside LIC, and we are sure to win the battle that we have started on 9th of December. Our zone has done a wonderful job over last 4 months in this era by recruiting more than 35,000 Bima Sakhis. And procuring more than 1 lakh policy within 4 months through these Bima Sakhis. I will come back later on the Bima Sakhi performance and expectation from this scheme. But the third watershed event was Mad Million Day. 20th of January, call given by our CEO and MD, that LIC will go all out and activize 100% of its agency force, almost 14 lakh agents on this one day. It got the support of entire rank and file of the corporation. All DOs, all agents participated with wholehearted enthusiasm in this event. We could activize almost 4.5 lakh agents on one day. And probably it is going to be recognized by Guinness Book of World Records as the highest activation of agents in such business scenario in the entire world ever. But despite that Mad Million Day, where we could activize the highest number of agents in one day ever, the month of January overall was a minus month. So it gives me two messages. One, that if we make the real effort, things are still in our hands. We can make things happen if we all come together and try to make it. The second message, even the best of one day cannot compensate for lack of enthusiasm on the balance days. So we have to make repetitive efforts to showcase our performance, our capabilities, and ensure that people are active in the field on a regular basis. And the year ended with one very highlight performance, that corporation and the zone, and I don't have the data as of now for the divisions and branches, but I think most of the offices achieved highest ever first year premium income in the history of the corporation. So my compliments to all of you for this wonderful performance. Coming to current year, you all would have known by now that corporation has modified the budgets. Last year we had 7 pillars. The number of pillars this year has been recalibrated, and now we have 4 pillars. The first pillar is number of policies. Second pillar is WRP, weighted received premium. This will be 100% of NSP received, 100% of FYRP received, and 10% of single premium that we have received. That will be WRP. And the third pillar is, third pillar is APE, annualized premium equivalent, which is 10% of single premium and non-single premium, which will be receivable for new business done in that period, That means if the mode is monthly, we will take the first premium multiplied by 12. If the mode is quarterly, first premium multiplied by 4, in half yearly multiplied by 2, and yearly mode same, plus 10% of single premium. That will be APE, annualized premium equivalent. So now single premium will have 10% weightage and all non-single premium receipt will have 100% weightage. And the fourth pillar is activization. And we don't have a fixed target for activization. Month-wise, corporation will assess and inform the activation expected in that month. For the month of April, May and June, the target fixed was 35% for April, 40% for May and 45% for the month of June. This year also has been few new initiatives by corporation. First was holding of annual strategy meet in Mumbai in the presence of all the board directors of the board and the DFS officials and all the top management of the corporation. And this year you all will have known by now that first All India Marketing Managers Conference was held in Bangalore on 5th of May. So corporation took the initiative to call our marketing managers, and first person addressed by chairperson, CEO and MD and all managing directors and an entire marketing EDs of the corporation. That was a very new initiative which is designed to bring the message with full clarity without any diversion to the down the line. Friends, the scenario this year is very upbeat. 2 years back, India became the 5th largest economy in the world, and this year we are slated to become 4th largest by beating Germany. We have a 6.2% GDP growth forecast for average for next 10 years, and for the next 2 years, the forecast is annual growth rate of 6.9% in GDP. That's a very substantial growth forecast, and with that, we should all feel very upbeat that the coming years are going to be very productive and useful for all of us. And we should be prepared to meet this opportunity and take advantage. Friends, as development officers, I would expect you to focus on 3-4 main aspects of our working. First and foremost, as I always mention in all my meetings where I address development officers, friends, is recruitment. If you glance at the merit list of all top performing development officers, you will find the top ranks are occupied with people with most number of agents. It's directly proportional to the number of agents in your team, how many agents you have and how much performance you have. So one sure short method of achieving success is having good number of team members in your team. I feel very sad and bad when I see DOs with less than 50 agents also. Some PDOs have done more than 50 agents recruitment in 1 year. But some senior DOs also would have settled at 20-25 agents, so this will be sufficient to maybe cover your cost or maybe not even covering cost, but you have felt some satisfaction that, okay, I am surviving. Friends, I don't want any of you to survive. If you want to survive on salary, this is not the post for you. A development officer should never see himself as an employee only. You should always see yourself as a businessman. The more hard work you put in, the more results will come to you. The more accolades will come your way, more money will come to you and your family, and more success will come to you. So friends, always be active. There is a campaign for DU agents, AAA, always active agent. I ask, who is a always active development officer? And my answer for that question is one who recruits one agent at least every fortnight. Not even 1 month. Every fortnight you must recruit one agent. And then I will call you an active development officer. So you have to recruit agents. Activization of resource is also a very important part. Having resource but not keeping them active. Unfortunately, for last few years, average monthly activation for the corporation is almost about 30% only. 70% of my resource is not working for me for the entire month. We all know doing one policy in a month is not a major job, major support. But even that is not being done by almost 70% of my agents. Even for the month of March, my activation was almost only about 45%. More than half of my agents did not do even one policy in the entire month of March. And so many attractive campaigns were there. You will have MMD March Mania 1, March Mania 2, and then March Mania 3 also. In addition to that, zonal competitions and also divisional competitions. So many competitions were there, but we were not able to make our agents active and contribute to the performance of the corporation and my own team. So, having agents, activizing them, and also the quality of sales that they make. Ticket size. Unfortunately, for our corporation, average ticket size of the policy is almost about 17,000 rupees per policy. Whereas for the private companies, it is more than 80,000 rupees per policy. See the gap, 17,000 and 80,000, almost 5 times. Somewhere we have to engage in training of our agents in a more deeper way. Last year, corporation has taken an initiative to modernize one ATC per division. So that initiative is implemented. Every division will have one AC with fully modern equipments, air conditioned, good seats, smart board, all those things. And this year corporation is going to modernize more ATCs, probably 1 or 2 more per division. But how are we utilizing that ATC? That is still a question. Whether that one modernized ATC has led to more agents getting trained, that is a question for all of you to ponder. DOs representing those branches where you have a modernized ATC, can you ensure that 100% of your agency force will get trained in ATC over a period of next 2 months? Because, I say this question again, because when LIC gives that circular of agents meeting, my feedback is only about 70% of my agents are attending that meeting also, where they have to do nothing, just come, listen to whatever inputs you are giving, have lunch or dinner and go. Even in that meeting, only about 70% of eligible agents are participating. 30% of my agents are not coming for that meeting also. Somewhere the connect between development officer and our agent has gone for a toss. And I always say, that is where you can make the maximum impact. It will require a lot of legwork, lot of movement from your side, but it will give you more rewards than proportionate rewards. Please engage in that activity. Sitting idle will not help you. The connection with your agents, making them involved in the process of your performance, making their families involved in the process of procuring new business for LIC is what has given the results for corporation for so many years. And if we are able to rejuvenate that activity, it will definitely help us once more. Regarding ticket size and the income, resultant income, because the better quality of sales that we make will result in more income for us. Last year, 25% of our agents had a commission income of less than 10,000 rupees per month. How will they run their families in such a small income? And if they are not able to earn enough income from their agency business to run their families, we are indirectly forcing them to look for other options. So please see that your agent earns enough income from his profession as LIC agent that he has no need to look for other avenues. That will make your agents loyal to you, listen to you, come to your meetings, get training, and perform on a regular basis. Last year's AAA competition, always active agents. For our zone, only about 4% of agents were in that category of calling always active, who did one policy in 11 months, each of 11 months. 96% of agents did not do even one policy in each of the months from May to March. And that's a very sad story or reflects on us. This year again, corporation has launched AAA campaign. It has begun from May. If we are not able to activize them in May, they will have no opportunity in future to continue in that campaign. So please see that maximum, I would like to see 100%. So whatever you are feeling and 100%, these two benchmarks, try to reach as close to 100% activation that you can. And then make it happen regularly every month. We also have to see that our agents are set a benchmark of performance so that they grow professionally and are able to regularly increase their income. Club membership has been a long-standing benchmark for the corporation for my agents to achieve some semblance of professionalism. Unfortunately, even those numbers are coming down regularly. Earlier, corporation had to used to have almost 20% of our agency force as club members. Sadly, that percentage is slowly but steadily coming down. And now we have only about 12% of our agency force who are members of any of the clubs. And particularly, lower clubs, the number is dwindling in a fast pace. People are moving up from lower levels to higher levels, but new entrants to lower clubs is not happening at the adequate pace. So lower clubs are seeing erosion of their agency membership, and if that continues, in future there will be no one to upgrade himself and join even higher clubs. That's a signal, warning bell for all of us.